Hello and welcome to e-GMAT. We will solve question number 80 of OG Verbal Second Edition by using e-GMAT 3-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence, and finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. Any medical test will sometimes fail to detect a condition when it is present and indicate that there is one when it is not. This sentence presents a fact. It says that any medical test at some point in time will fail to detect a condition when it is present and will indicate that there is one when there is none. Now let us evaluate the errors by splitting this sentence into its clauses. So here comes the first clause. Any medical test will sometimes fail to detect a condition. Here, any medical test is the subject and will fail is the verb. Presence of when brings us to another clause that reads, when it is present and. Here, it is the subject and is the verb. What follows next is the continuation of the first clause. Any medical test, this subject has two verbs, will fail and will indicate, and these two verbs are connected with the help of conjunction and. Well, this portion of the clause reads, indicate that. Presence of that brings us to another clause that reads, there is one. Here, there is the subject and is the verb. Presence of when means presence of another clause, and it reads, when it is not. Here, it is the subject and is not is the verb. Now, the sentence presents a list of two items. What will any medical test at some point in time do? Any medical test will firstly fail to detect a condition when it is present, and secondly indicate that there is one when it is not. But the way the condition is stated in the second point is not very clear. The sentence intends to state that the test will indicate the presence of a condition when the condition is not present. But the way the second element is listed, it's not very clear as to what the condition is. Since when it is not is in non-underlined portion of the sentence, we should change the first part of the sentence, there is one. By doing this, the present will be understood in the second part, and hence the second entity in the list will read, indicate that it is present when it is not. Here it correctly refers to condition, and present is omitted after not, but it is understood, and hence the two entities before when and after when are also parallel to each other. So certainly right now we have parallelism issue in this sentence. So let's run the POE and find out what's the correct answer. Well, choice A is not the correct answer as we saw just now. Choice B is also not correct because firstly it repeats the same parallelism error as in choice A, and secondly this phrase when a condition shifts emphasis to the timing of the condition rather than the condition itself, which is not correct. So these two errors make choice B incorrect. Let's take a look at choice C now. Well, choice C is the correct answer because now the way the condition is stated in the later portion of the sentence, it correctly refers to condition, and now the two elements before when and after are parallel to each other. So choice C takes care of the parallelism issue in this sentence and hence is the correct answer. Let's take a look at choice D now. Well, choice D repeats the same emphasis error as in choice B, and also this choice distorts the intended meaning of the sentence. It now seems to suggest that the medical test will fail to detect when a condition is present, as if the condition is not present then but will be present at some other time. And this certainly does not make any sense because a condition such as cancer or TB cannot be coming and going, that it will be present at some time and it will not be present at some time. So these two errors make choice D incorrect. Let's take a look at choice E now. Now choice E, in choice E, the presence of the presence is redundant because we have the presence also and we have this phrase when it is there also. So that makes the presence of the presence redundant in the sentence. Also, this choice repeats the same parallelism error as in choice A, because it says that indicates its presence, and we certainly cannot say when it is not presence. So this leads to the parallelism error in this sentence, and hence choice E is incorrect. So as we just found out, choice C is the correct answer for this sentence. This brings us to the takeaway messages of the sentence. All the pronouns in the sentence must have a clear antecedent. Also, the entities before and after the marker must be logically as well as grammatically parallel to each other. The correct answer should communicate the intended meaning of the sentence in the most effective manner. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in e-GMAT concepts, level 1 pronouns, level 1 parallelism ID and correct, and level 1 parallelism helpful tips.